To get a 45% reduction in metabolic syndrome in 10 weeks is just unheard of. And as you and I have talked about before, it's just listening to your body. When you're hungry, stopping when you're comfortable, having all foods in moderation. You don't have to get over about the fats and the this and the that. You're just an intuitive eater. And so they got really serious about wellness, which I was thrilled with because I was working on showing wellness paid off in 2005. And I'm working with the city of Garland. And so anyhow, we worked with them between 2007 and 2011. And they're a hospital. And this is their employees. And they know how to measure healthcare costs because they're a big part of the cost. And they literally said, I've got a graph of it. Over those 5 years, we saved them $47.4 million.
Oh, my gosh.
$1 million. Oh.
Oh,
So that's why when we were talking about week one, I thought I'd just be helping Betty Sue here and Billy Bob there,
Yeah.
coming to me one by one. But suddenly we opened it up to corporations. And it opened to corporations because they're like, if they can save $47.4 million, what
yeah,
can I say?
absolutely.
And that's why we had state governments and universities and everybody else as our clients.
Yeah.
Eating regular foods.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So that was fun. I enjoyed that.
One of the things that I love about you is not only do you have this program that really is just pulling from age-old truths, right? And putting them together, reminding people of that, but you're also quite the innovator. You and I met originally because of a mutual friend that was in the web space because you were trying to get your program online at a time when nobody was doing that. Tell me
Yeah.
about what that was like back in those early days.
Yeah. So I had one other guy that I think could have even been before who we're talking about because in 2003, so I got the business. Mother had retired from the business and I got it going again. And my birthday, which is September of 1999. And by 2003, this company had heard about us called Executive Health Exams. And they they did exams for health, for executives. And they had this cool place in Rockefeller Center or where the ice rink and all that was. And they said, we can't get people to you. Will you make an online program? And I was like, sure. Because in grad school, I had done a website for a doctor's office when there were no websites. And so I said, sure. And that was kind of the catalyst. And so in 2003, and every year I was changing it up and redoing it. I was putting videos online because I could only teach where I could be, and flying to places like Davenport, Iowa once a week just wasn't cutting it for being able to get the multitude. So, when YouTube got launched?
No, I don't remember.
It was December of 2005.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow. So you see, guys, that's why we feel like we have some insights. It just seems like my life has been being a little bit ahead of the curve and figuring out what works. But yeah, that's how that one happened.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And how do you guys how did you prove the success of Naturally Slim? Did you just look at people and say, well, they seem to have lost weight, or was it more?
It's so funny because getting into that corporate space and learning what I did, back when we got started, we did pre and post lab work on everybody. Before the program, you had your lab work done. At the end of the program, you had your lab work done because we were looking for metabolic syndrome. And we were getting between 40 and 50% reversal at the end of that 10 weeks. And we just laughed because other wellness programs that were out there, nobody was thinking of doing measurable results. They said they were good because they walked 5 days that week and they drank 5 10-ounce glasses of water or 6 10-ounce glasses of water that day. That was literally how they were measuring wellness. So we just jumped in there. We were the first online wellness program. We were the first one to measure it with lab values. And it was fun because we kind of blew them out of the water and got a real early start. And then there was a bunch of copycats after that trying to catch up, but we were too far ahead.